What if one day, out of nowhere, Earth just decided, hey, I'm tired. I'm going to stop spinning? I know it sounds crazy, right? But let's just imagine this for a moment. You're going about your usual day. Maybe you're making coffee, walking the dog, or binge watching your favorite show. And then, boom, Earth slams on the brakes. Now, before you think, oh, the world just stops moving, no big deal, let me stop you right there. Earth is not some slowpoke. It spins at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That's faster than a fighter jet. So if it suddenly stops, it's like the world's largest, craziest game of bumper cars. Except you're not in a bumper car. You're on the planet that's trying to launch everything off of it. Picture this. Everything not bolted down goes flying. You meet trees, buildings, oceans. Yeah, even the oceans. Goodbye, peaceful beach day. Hello, massive tsunamis. Imagine you're holding a cup of coffee. The Earth stops spinning, and suddenly that cup of coffee isn't staying in your hand. Nope, it's flying across the room. No, scratch that, across the entire continent. Maybe your coffee ends up in another country. But hey, at least someone on the other side of the planet will get their caffeine fix. Sharing is caring, right? Now, let's talk about the winds. Ever stuck your hand out of a moving car window? Feels like it's trying to blow your hand away, right? Now, imagine that car is going 1,000 miles per hour. The air around us is spinning along with the Earth. So when the Earth slams on the brakes, the air doesn't. And that means winds strong enough to send anything and everything flying. We're talking about winds that could flatten cities, toss around cows like they're balloons, and, well, pretty much destroy everything in sight. So, Earth has stopped. We've got winds that make tornadoes look like a gentle breeze, and oceans that have decided they want to go explore the land. Fun times, right? But wait, there's more. Let's talk about gravity. Now, don't worry, gravity isn't going to just switch off because Earth stops spinning. You're not going to float into space. Thank goodness for that. But Earth's shape is a little, well, wonky. It's not a perfect sphere. It's more like a squish ball, slightly fatter around the middle, thanks to that spinning motion. If the spinning stops, Earth could start reshaping itself, getting more spherical. And that means oceans would shift, too. They'd probably move away from the equator and head towards the poles, causing even more chaos. And let's not forget the day and night situation. Right now, thanks to Earth's rotation, we get a nice 24-hour day. But if Earth stops spinning, one side of the planet would be stuck facing the sun, while the other side would be in permanent darkness. Imagine one half of the world turning into a scorching desert and the other half becoming a frozen wasteland. You'd have sunburn on one side and frostbite on the other. Fashion tip: invest in a wardrobe that includes both sunscreen and snow boots. Oh, and seasons? Forget about them. With the Earth not spinning, seasons would go haywire. Some places might get stuck in eternal winter, while others bake in never-ending summer. So if you were hoping for a white Christmas or a nice beach vacation, well, better luck next time. And then there's the question of time. How do you measure time when the planet isn't spinning? A day would last a whole year. Half of it spent in darkness and the other half in light. So you could get a year's worth of sleep in one night and then spend an entire year's worth of time trying to get through a single workday. Think Mondays are long now? Try a Monday that lasts 6 months. But hey, let's not get too gloomy. There are some perks. For one, you'd never have to set your clock back for daylight saving time again. No more trying to remember if you're supposed to spring forward or fall back. It's just time, forever. One long, never-ending stretch of time. Sounds peaceful, right? Or terrifying. Depends on your perspective. And for those of us who are always running late, this could be a blessing in disguise. No more rushing to work or stressing about missing your flight. After all, when time is basically standing still, what's the rush? You could take your time, a whole 6 months of time, to get anywhere you need to go. Of course, all this assumes that Earth doesn't just rip itself apart. Because, you know details. That sudden stop would create massive earthquakes as the planet's crust tries to adjust. We're talking about the kind of earthquakes that would make the biggest ones we've ever seen look like a gentle jiggle. Cities crumbling, mountains shifting, and the ground beneath your feet doing its best impression of a trampoline. Oh, and the moon? It wouldn't be too happy either. Earth's rotation helps keep the moon in check, so if Earth suddenly stops, the moon might start drifting away. And if the moon leaves us, say goodbye to tides and say hello to more chaos. No more romantic moonlit walks on the beach. Just dark, quiet nights with no tides to lull you to sleep. And what about the stars? Normally, we see different stars in the sky as the Earth spins. But if Earth stopped, we'd be stuck staring at the same patch of stars. So if you get bored easily, well, better find a new hobby. Because stargazing? Yeah, it's going to get old pretty fast when you're seeing the same stars every night for the rest of your life. Now, you might be thinking, well, surely this would all calm down eventually, right? And yeah, maybe, after who knows how long. But even if the planet settles into its new, non-spinning life, things would never be the same. Life, as we know it, would be completely different. We'd have to adapt to a world where time, seasons, and even the land itself have all changed. But hey, humans are resilient, right? We've survived ice ages, natural disasters, and even the invention of alarm clocks. So maybe, just maybe, we'd find a way to get by in this wild new world. We'd figure out how to live with the crazy winds, the shifting oceans, and the never-ending days and nights. We'd build stronger buildings, design new ways to grow food, and find new ways to tell time. And who knows? Maybe we'd even learn to enjoy the slower pace of life on a planet that's decided it's done with all this spinning nonsense. So, what if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? It would be a wild ride, no doubt about it. But in the end, we'd adapt just like we always do. And who knows? Maybe we'd even look back and laugh at the time when the world literally came to a standstill.